Hi, I'm Tony. I'm the course leader for Interior Architecture and Design here at Sheffield Hallam University. Thanks for joining us. We put together a short presentation for you. It's about 10 minutes long and that helps explain a little bit more about the course, what we get up to and the facilities we have here. Okay, so we'll get on with that now. Thanks. So here it is, a short presentation about Interior Architecture and Design course at Sheffield Hallam University. The course has had great success over the last few years. With 100% NSS, we won a couple of awards last year, including Best Exhibition Design at the Interior Educators Show of 2019. 80% of our students leave with good honours, and we've continued to have more and more students wanting to join the course. We've got broadened diversity within the course, which leads to a great studio culture, and 90% of our graduates are either in work or continued education. The course is affiliated with the Chartered Society of Designers, and the university last year was named Best University for Teaching Quality by the Times and Sunday Times, which is brilliant. The course essentially is about exploring new futures for existing spaces. We encourage reuse of existing buildings, diversity of design and inclusive approach. We want our designs and designers to be sustainable and have sustainability at the forefront of their mind. We want them to be creative and critical thinking, to understand people and place and connect the university with professional practice. And here we are, this is the team. There's 5 of us within the core team, but then we're supported by a number of associate lecturers and specialists who come in from practice. These range from architects and interior designers through to structural engineers and illustrators. The course is essentially 3 years, but added on to that, there's the potential of a foundation year if you haven't done a more sort of creative subject within your A-levels or BTEC. And then between level 5 and level 6, there's a chance to do a sandwich year and take a year out in placement. But right now we'll mainly focus on the work that's produced by the students in level 4, 5 and 6. So in level 4 is essentially about building confidence, getting you to think like a designer, learn design and communication skills and help you understand people and place, but most importantly, have fun whilst doing it. We want you to kind of explore your sort of spatial creativity, but also kind of look at how spaces work and how places work and understand them properly. You'll learn communication skills and different ways of drawing and start to think about materials and textures. And the aim is that by end of first year, you've developed a portfolio that shows off all those skills. Level 5 is much more sort of industry based. We want you to form stronger links in practice, develop networking, collaborative working skills, develop more complex design solutions. Sustainability becomes more and more important, and the idea is that you build a professional portfolio that might allow you to go on for a placement. But we still want you to be creative, and that is ultimately the start of each project. It's applying that creativity whilst working with some of the partners and industry professionals. So it's about work and university kind of coming together and those skills to produce practical but creative projects. We work with people like IKEA and other kind of national and international organisations to come up with sort of live design solutions. But the idea is about combining the practical with the creative. So here, for example, they've combined a creative design, but also had to look into how it's costed and how it might be put together. And the aim of this is by the end of second year, you've got a professional portfolio and website that allows you to apply for jobs either as a placement or as you move forward into third year. So level 6, it's your final year. And ultimately that's about kind of producing your final piece of work. Your design is more influenced by research. There's an expansion of your sort of technical knowledge, but you've much more freedom to sort of dictate the types of projects that you're doing. The aim is to create a final piece of work that you can use as your final portfolio and exhibit in the degree show. And what we're interested in, whether you're looking at kind of very sort of practical making or exploring kind of digital ways of designing, whether you're looking at kind of high-end interiors or whether you're sort of more low-tech and simple design, the idea is by the time you get to the end of third year, you've developed a body of work that shows off all your skills and you're ready for work and you're ready to get that job that you want. So this year's been a bit weird, obviously, with the lockdown, and we've had a mix of studio teaching and online teaching over the last 3 months. But ultimately, what we want to do wherever we are is create happy, confident students that produce creative and relative work in one of the best equipped studios and universities in the country, and making them be adaptable and ready for this ever-changing professional landscape. But it's all right for me to talk about that. It's better to come from the students. So we've asked a couple of students to comment on how they feel the last 3 years has gone for them.
A journey.
A journey, yeah.
A journey. I couldn't draw at the start. I just didn't know anything, and I think I've improved loads until just right at the end.
Yeah.
I feel like my style's changed so much as well. Yeah, I was saying I think my style's changed so much. I came in like this little person that's like, what is uni? I don't really know what I'm doing, but
if you feel like you don't know what you want to do, but you know you have sort of a passion for design, I think interior design is sort of, interior architecture and design is something good to study, because you don't have to be good at the start. You learn all the skills from your first year and you can make yourself better as the years go on.
Yeah, the tutors are amazing. The support you get throughout the uni, so like student support, which is a separate bit of the uni. Careers advice, that's amazing. Have like a open mind. Don't go in thinking, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, because you learn so much skills.
And yeah, it's kind of a step up from school, because you have those teachers that you just don't really get along with, you don't really like, whereas here your tutors are just normal people and you can just get along with them fine, and obviously you're growing up and you're an adult now, so
it's a very diverse uni. I feel like there's so much going on that even though I've been there for the last 3 years, I still don't feel like I've took full, I don't really know, like I haven't seen everything that Hallam has to offer. There's so much. The tutors, like everyone else said, is great. The studio is very lively. It is a very welcoming place, and no one judges you for, if you, like as they've said, like Pavel said about how like you learn new things even if you don't know anything to begin with. Like everyone's at the same level. Like even if some people have used a CAD program from like school, you're all there to help each other. So I feel like Hallam isn't just this structure of this is a unit, it's more of a community.
So if you like what you've heard and you want to join us, here's a bit more information of how you can do that. There's about 45 places offered each year. It can vary a little bit either side of that. But the aim of that is we're a small course, but it means that we know everyone's name and we get to work with you on an individual basis. If you want to enter the BA course, it's 112 points, or for the BA course with foundation, it's 80 points. We want to see everyone's portfolio. We feel that's important, so we get to know you and we start to understand the kind of things that you're into. So you'd either be offered a face-to-face interview and portfolio, or if you want, you can apply online with an online submission. To find out more information about that, just go to the university website and there's more info there. So what should you show in your portfolio? I guess the main thing is that you should keep it simple and be interesting. We don't want to see everything necessarily, but it's much more important that you show stuff that excites you and shows your passions, because if you can talk passionately about something, it's much more exciting for us than just kind of you showing everything that you've ever done. We're also interested in your process work, not just the final piece, but how you got there. We're interested in thinking of how you work and understanding you as a person. I guess one of the main things as well is to be reflective and just think about, if you had the chance to do that work again, what would you do differently? Thanks ever so much for watching. I hope you found that useful and enjoyable, and if you want to know anything else, feel free to get in touch, look on the university website, or you can always follow us on Instagram. Okay, see you soon. Bye bye.